Welcome to Paco the Realtor channel, where I talk about real estate, rants, and other things that can make our life really interesting. Hey guys, this is Paco the Realtor, broker, owner, local expert, storyteller. Today is Ask Paco Sunday, and you want to say hi, Marguerite? Oh, wait, hold on. Big it back up. No, back up. There you go. See, now people can see you. Say hi.
Hi.
Say, how are you?
How are you?
Say, what do you guys...
Sandy.
Okay, go.
Bye.
Sandy. So again, Ask Paco Sunday. Hope everybody's having a good evening. Today I got 4 questions. Sandy, down.
Can I go
Put her in the cage. And, sorry, family. You gotta love it. So anyways, all right. So today I had 4 questions. What's up, Mark? What's up, Armando? What's up, Tom? How's everybody doing? So, on Thursday, I talked about the market changing. And I am going to focus on this a lot tonight. The market is shifting. Now, notice what I am not saying. It's shifting. I'm not saying depression or recession or anything like that. It is shifting. What does this mean? We've been in a market where if you're a seller, you know you could demand a little more money and people were willing to pay for it, right? Whether appraised or not is not the issue. That's just what you were willing to do. Well, that market has changed now. We are now transitioning to a market where you better be prepared to sell it for the correct price if you want it to sell. What does that mean? If you are looking to sell your home in the next 6 months, I suggest you list it sooner rather than later, because what's going to happen is the longer you wait, the less power you're going to have as a seller. It is going to start transitioning over more to the buyer side. Why is this? Well, interest rates are going to go up two more times, are expected to go up 2 more times this year. The higher the rates, the less people can afford. We've already reached a plateau, a point where the houses are so expensive, even though we still suffer from a lack of inventory, that even people want to afford to buy them, they just can't. So what's happening is it's created what I like to call 2 types of clientele. The first type of clientele are buyers who want to buy but cannot afford. They make $75,000 a year. They got the down payment, but they're not willing to drive out to the boonies. They want to buy in Corona, Riverside, but they can't buy the $500,000 home because they can't afford the payment. They're willing, they're able, market's too high. So they're instead renting. That's the first. Then it's created a second type of client that is now sitting back, waiting for the market to soften some more so they can enter the market. There's a lot of people that are saying, well, I'm going to wait for the next dip. And I always say, don't time the market because the market times you out. Don't time the market because the market times you out. If we all knew when the market was going to go down, we'd all be millionaires, right? It doesn't work that way. But there's another that's waiting for it. They're hearing that it's softening up. They're hearing all these things, so they're going to sit back. So is that a good strategy? Well, it depends on your goals. And I always tell people your goals dictate everything. If you can afford to buy, buy. But if you are looking to get a deal that's going to be 10% cheaper in the future, what's up, Richard? Then, yeah, I guess 5 to 10%. I guess you can wait a year. But what's the offset? Higher interest rates. So is it the same payment? Maybe. So what does this shift that I'm calling mean to buyers? If you are looking to buy a home, actively can afford it, you better buy now. Why do I say that? Rates are going to go up 2 more times. Now you're going to say, well, Paco, I'm going to wait for the market to come down. Yes. Will it adjust? Yes. Will sellers not be able to ask top dollar and over market value? Yes, potentially. But rates are going to be higher. And what are you going to pay? Your rate is what dictates a lot of your payment, right? So the house is cheaper, but the rate's higher, so are you really paying less? So if you're a buyer, please take my word, get in the market now before the rates go higher. There's absolutely no reason why. Yes, Paco, I like that. And you lose another, and I haven't even discussed that part, the cost of renting for an extra year. That offsets it, if the house is $15,000 cheaper, but you just pay $15,000 in rent an extra year. It's the same crap, right? And now you're paying a higher interest rate. So good point, Paco. So if you're a buyer and you're in the market or thinking of being in the market, you can afford to buy, you're willing to buy, you want to buy, but you're trying to time the market, jump in now, because if not, you're just paying more money down the road. I'm just telling you right now. 2, if you're a seller and you're planning to sell in the next years, the sooner the better. While rates are lower, there's more buyers. There's a bigger pool. If rates go up, you have a smaller pool. That's just the reality of the way things are going to work. I am not Richard Newsbaum. What's up, Richard? Taking is in front of the... Yes, I am in front of my medicine cabinet, as you can see. That is my, gets any little motivation. What's up, James? So that's what's going on, guys. So if you have more questions, you want more detail, talk to me. I'm going to talk this week more about why I feel this way. I've spoken to a lot of lenders who are downsizing their sales force. And we're talking about big lenders. Why are they downsizing their sales force? Because they also anticipate the higher rates, meaning less buyers. Right? If your home is above a certain price point, $453,100 in Riverside or San Bernardino County, you really are going to want to consider this, because if rates go higher, a lot of the people that can afford to buy the homes that are more than $453,100 in Riverside or San Bernardino County have to have 20%. So where are they getting their money? A lot of them are getting it from the sale of their home. So if people anticipate, well, I'm going to get more, I'm going to get top dollar for my house because that's what's going to happen. What's up, Oscar? Because that's what's going to happen. Then, and they no longer can get that home, that value they think they can get. And if it's 5% less, will they still sell? I don't know. Maybe they won't. So that's what that means to buyers and sellers. My suggestion to you is get in the market quicker, because there's less unknowns. You have more control, but it's simple. Don't overthink it. Lower rates, more buyers. Higher rates eventually are going to lead to less buyers, less pool. If there's a less demand and the supply still up here, then the seller's going to have to adjust their value down to be able to sell that home. That's just the reality of it, right? So please do me a favor, and if you're going to be in the market, do not wait till next year unless you have to, okay? Because if not, we're going to be dealing with other consequences. Another question I got asked: what the hell is the difference between an agent and a realtor? Aren't they the same thing? No, I've answered this question before, but I'm going to explain it to you. In the state of California, there's about 500,000, I think, licensed agents. That means they took the test and they passed it. They are legally allowed to sell real estate, represent buyers and sellers in the state of California. Okay, that's an agent. A realtor belongs to the National Association of Realtors. Therefore, you belong to the California Association of Realtors. And you have to pay a certain amount each year to be called a realtor. Now, why would you want to be called a realtor? Well, here's the difference. As a licensed agent, I can do everything legally right, but ethically wrong, do something. And if I am not a realtor, I'm just an agent, then what happens is that I'm not held to that ethics. There's nothing you can do about it, right? Realtors can get in trouble for ethically doing something wrong. So why wouldn't you want somebody who's held to an ethics, also not just legal? The other thing is, why wouldn't you invest in your own industry? Why wouldn't you invest in your own industry to make it better and you yourself be better? So that's the difference. There is a difference. Now, a lot of people call people agents, realtors. They say the same thing. Real estate consultants. The big thing you want to ask is, are you a realtor? And if they're not, my suggestion, run away. Because if they're not willing to invest a few $100 every year to be a realtor, then you don't want them representing you on the largest purchase or so you're ever going to have. I hope that's clear to a lot of you guys. All right? So yes, I am a realtor, before you ask. And then the last question. Oh, what does it take to make money in this business? where do I start? Okay, I don't know if a lot of you guys might know this or not know this, but I am a real estate broker, so I have my team, but I also am a real estate coach. So I have about anywhere between 10 to 15 students that I coach, mostly on the East Coast, on how to set up process and procedures, how to make more money in this business, okay? This is the only business where I can be licensed today and have no clue how to make money. Don't know how to sell, don't know how to talk, don't know the law. It's just a lot. So it takes time. So here's what it takes to be a successful realtor, not an agent, and make money. Be prepared to work 12 hours a day. Be prepared for a lot of objection. Be prepared to be a problem solver. Be prepared to deal with a lot of messing. Be prepared to deal with a lot of personality, different types of personality. Be prepared to consistently evolve and learn, because our industry also does. You know, it was only 16, 17 years ago that they used what's called an MLS book. Now everything's online. Zillow didn't exist 8 years ago. Now Zillow does. Things evolve. As technology evolves, things evolve. In this industry, you have to work 12 hours a day between calling current clients, past clients, sphere of influence, businesses, door knocking, postcards, mailers, follow-ups, constant training, you name it. You have to do it every day. If you're not willing to do it, this is not the business for you. I consistently hear, I want to be a realtor because I want to run my own schedule, which is right. But running your schedule does not mean that you're only going to work 4 hours a day. Now, you can choose to do that, but don't bitch when you're doing, 5 deals a year. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but the 80% of all licensed agents in the state do less than 5 deals per year, so they don't make a living out of it. So that means only 20% of us actually make a living out of it. What does that tell you? That tells me that most people are what I call DNA agents. They do business with family and friends. And personally, would you want your most expensive asset that's being sold or bought being represented by somebody that maybe doesn't invest as much time and energy as he or she should? Something to ask yourself, right? So, great business? Yes. Can you make a good living off it? Yes. Do you run your own show in hours? Yes. Can you sit home and be a lazy ass and wait for the phone to ring? Well, yeah, but you're not going to make any money. Everybody I know knows somebody who has a license to sell and buy real estate. Everybody knows an agent. We all do. Oh yeah, I know an agent. I know an agent. That doesn't mean they're any good. That does not mean they're any good. Interview them. How long have you been in the business? What's your average deals per year? What type of marketing do you do? Boom, boom, boom. Interview them. We all know agents. That does not mean they're any good. All right, guys? So I hope this makes sense to some of you who are asking me about how to make money in this business. If you are willing to learn, if you're willing to be motivated, self-motivated, because nobody's going to call you in the morning to tell you to get up to go to work, right? If you're willing to be disciplined, if you want something that's different every day, if you like dealing with people, yeah, potentially this is a job for you. If you want to sit on your ass, go on social media and say, I'm a licensed agent. If you're looking to buy and sell, call me and hope the phone rings. Not the business for you. Not going to happen. Nope. You might get a few people here and there, but the reality is not going to happen. Because we all know licensed agents. You have to invest time today to be able to get that business tomorrow. You have to be able to educate the client today to be able to get that client to trust you tomorrow. 10 years ago, you came to my office, you got in my car, I showed you the houses, you told me what you wanted to make an offer on, we made an offer. Then the internet arrived, MLSs arrived online, now you tell me what houses you want to see, you follow me, you don't even get in my car anymore, you follow me, we show you the houses, and if you like them, we make an offer. So there's a lot more information out there, right? So the job is evolving. But what doesn't evolve is what we do and how we do it. It's still a very complicated process. It still can be a very emotional process. buying and selling a house still suck ass. It absolutely sucks because nothing ever goes as planned, and we are problem solvers, and that's what we do. If somebody tells you I'm going to help you buy a house or sell a house and it's going to go smooth, they are full of BS, because A, we have no control whether it goes smooth or not, because there's so many people involved in the transaction that it only takes one of them to screw up and you're all screwed, right? So you got to consistently be able to pivot, left, right, problem solver. You got to be able to do that. You can't stress over. You have to be the calm one. If you're the realtor and there's a problem with the loan and you got to call your buyer out, you call your buyer and you're freaking out, what do you think they're going to do? You are the problem solver. You are the professional. You are the calm one. So I hope this makes sense, guys. All right. So if you guys have any questions about what's going to happen in the market, feel free to reach out to me. PacoTheRealtor.com. Paco the Realtor. Just type in Paco the Realtor and you'll get a hold of me very, very easily. On Tuesday, on Ask Paco, on Taco Tuesday with Paco, I will be talking specifically about the buyer process and with the market shifting, what that means and what that looks like. I'm going to put some numbers to it because I think I'm really going to harp on this for like the next few weeks to bring it home on potentially the market shifting and what's going to happen. I like that. This is true. It is like a pregnancy, but unfortunately, there's so many people involved. So I had a client ask me, well, why are there so many problems in real estate, buying and selling? I said, well, you have the listing agent, the buyer's agent, the seller, the buyer, the lender, the appraiser, the inspector, escrow, title, insurance. I'm sure I'm missing a few people. Termite. There's a septic, that. And it only takes one of them to screw up, and it screws the whole freaking process. And then that's on the real estate side. On the lending side, if you're buying, right, you have what? You have the appraisal, but you have all the disclosures. They have to verify 4506T, verify the taxes. Then you have to VOE, verify the employment. Then you got bank statements. I mean, go down the line, and then if you got some deposits in there that aren't payroll, now you got to account for those deposits. Why? I hope nobody let you borrow money. So even on the lending side, it's a whole different ballgame. And there's so much going on. So what we do is we problem solve the whole process. Shit hits the fan over here, solve it over there. Shit hits the fan over there, solve it. I always tell my people, my clients, if the shit hits the fan, I will always call you and tell you, but I will always have a solution for you. Now, sometimes the solution could be this, guys. We're having issues with the appraisal. The seller's not willing to drop the value, the purchase price. You don't have the money to pay the difference, and I don't recommend you do. We need to walk away and go find another house. Sometimes that is a solution, right? It's a solution. Might not be the solution you want, but it's a solution. In our job as a realtor, I am paid to be knowledgeable, calm, be an expert, and tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. If I tell you what you want to hear, then nothing good is going to come of it. Okay, guys, I hope everybody's having a good Sunday. The Dodgers won today, so I am in an extra good mood today against Houston. That's always a good thing. If you guys have any questions, you guys know how to get a hold of me, right? So as always, this is Paco the Realtor, broker owner of RX Real Estate, local expert realtor, storyteller. Until Tuesday, or maybe Monday, depends. Talk to you later, guys. Have a good one. Hey, thank you so much for watching our videos. I appreciate it. If you really like the content, go ahead and like and subscribe to our channel. We'll be putting out a lot of content on a weekly basis, which will be real estate related and a lot of stuff of just me ranting. So thank you. Remember, subscribe.